I told you I killed the guy, would you rat me out?
Absolutely.
Wait,
Yeah.
why? Why?
Chad, I don't even really like you that much to do a podcast with you. Yeah, I'm gonna rat you out.
But I mean, what if it was for self-defense or a good reason or something?
I know it's not.
Well, what I mean.
Did you kill someone?
No.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
No, I didn't.
Wait, say it.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Okay. You sure?
No, I'm good. I'm not gonna say it.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Raised by Toons podcast. I'm Dan Dinobot Mason.
And I'm Chad Tarantulas Cook.
And today we are brought to you by the Transformers toy line. The toys your friends weren't playing with right since 1984. And that must mean we are doing Beast Wars. Strong opening. Beast Wars. Oh, put some hair on that chest.
I want to do some coke.
Hey,
What? Okay. You're right. You're right.
did you kill someone?
No, I didn't.
You have about 5 seconds.
It was a rhetorical question.
Sure. Beast Wars. Okay, hey. That's right, Toonsters. We are reviewing Beast Wars for your eardrums, and you can check us out on our new website. Yep, that's right. Take your optical stems and stare onto the screen, because you can now see us at www. Damn it, Chad.
Sorry, I got excited. I got excited.
Take it, Chad. I don't want to do it anymore.
All right, you could take your index finger, put it around the mouse, and then you're gonna click into the search engine. You're gonna type in www.raisedbytoons
You
podcast.
said www dot again.
Oh yeah, three W's. Okay, you got that part. I think you're smart.
Know it.
You're
not
smart
new.
enough. You're not
What
stupid.
Are you new?
Come on. Okay, raisedbytoonspodcast.com. And that'll bring you to our page. It's still in the works.
Brand new
but
website.
We got some stuff on there already for you. But in the coming weeks, there'll be more and more plethora of things to look at, to click on, to watch, to listen.
Find some behind-the-scenes footage of Chad peeling off his shirt like it was an orange peel.
Yeah, some not safe for work pictures.
Top five section from yours truly, Dan Decepticon Mason.
And, you switched from Dinobot.
I changed it up.
You can't change it up.
Dan Dastardly Mason.
All right, yeah, okay. Well, you heard
But check it out. Check out the new website.
Out.
We got some Beast Wars for you.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, I typically start the show in a very formulaic pattern by saying, Beast Wars was a personal favorite of mine. However, this time, we let Chad pick the episode.
Indeed, we did. And it's a personal favorite of mine. I gotta say, Beast Wars, 3 seasons of fantastic, amazing, robot blasting explosions.
Blah, blah, blah,
Blah, blah, blah, blah, explosion.
You got 3 seasons. You got 52 episodes. It came out September 16th, 1996, ended March 7th, 1999.
That's right. I leave the facts to Dan.
I know the facts. He's got the emotion. He's too emotional about this shit. Not me.
I mean, let's clear up what the show's about. No, wait, hold up. Before the fun facts, let's clear up what the show is actually about.
Okay,
the
tell us.
The show is about Predacons and Maximals, which they are descendants of the Transformers Generation 1 show that many of you older folks may know, or some of you die-hard fans of Transformers would know. And the Maximals are obviously the descendants of the Autobots, and the Predacons are the descendants of the Decepticons. And pretty much they, Megatron, descendant of the original Megatron.
Namesake.
I mean, I don't want to get too nerdy on you guys and
I'm sure
bring all this clerical...
We're in good hands. We're a comfy audience here.
But pretty much, Megatron is leading a group of Predacons with a golden disc to find power crystals called Energon to further his conquest of the universe. And the Maximals, they're pretty much, although they're an expedition group to begin with, they're not really built for battle, although they do have weapons inside them, which is obviously kind of weird for an exploring
Go
group.
with it.
But they are there to stop Megatron and retrieve the disc. And it just so happens that in their fight, they both crash onto a prehistoric Earth,
proto-Earth.
A proto-Earth, one would say, but they don't know at first. They're very confused what planet they're on. They don't know. There's 2 moons for some reason.
Sure.
And the show gets into that, and I don't want to reveal any. I mean, obviously, I could talk about it, but like, oh, one's an artificial moon. Spoiler. But yeah, so
Do it the Dark Side and the Axelon
yes,
crash land.
yes. Megatron's ship is called the Dark Side, which is very obvious.
Yeah.
I mean,
how can you be brought up with such like titles as like Decepticons?
Yeah, I mean,
and
what do you think?
and
Predacon? That's Predator? Oh, I'm gonna prey.
You're not
on
the
other...
good guy.
Yeah, no.
You're not raised to think like if you have like a skull and crossbones like tattooed to your face or like a birthmark or something.
That's true.
You're probably not gonna be like the good guy in your life.
If you're disfigured like Phantom of the Opera, of course he's gonna be a weird, messed up guy.
If anyone's taught us anything, it's that anything that's not normal is evil.
Yeah, so you
conform,
freaks,
everyone. Conform.
Conform.
Be like everyone else.
Consensus. Be maximals. Okay.
Be maximal. You know what?
Oh, wait,
yeah, that's just Prime.
That is just Prime, and that is one of Optimus Primal's. Oh,
Optimus Primal, Chad, you're blowing my mind.
Because he is an ape, a gorilla, and so they have to throw some puns at. There's a lot of puns in there with their names and how they react to certain things. Like
we got Rat Trap,
and he is an actual rat. Obviously, they don't really explain what their names were before because the first episode it brings in. It's like call me Rat Trap or I'm Cheetor.
They show a silhouetted version of the characters when they're first introducing them before they crash and take on the new forms when they scan, and you can only wonder what they were before, like because everyone picked up on their new names so quickly. They knew what these things were all of a sudden.
I guess they're scanning systems of the ship. Well, that's how. Obviously, for those of you out there that haven't seen the show, their ships, the Avalon and the Dark Side, scan the surrounding area to take the form of animals or even fossils that are in the ground around them to protect them from the energon levels that are toxic to them if they're exposed to them.
Hey, nerd, I thought you said Megatron was looking for energon.
He is, but, that much potent energon is bad for them. They can't be around it too long, so they have to stay in their animal forms most of the time.
Too much of a good thing.
It can be bad, but bad people want bad things that are good and bad at the same time.
Now, this Toonsters, this is our first CGI.
Oh yes,
cartoon that we've done.
I'm so excited. I even missed to say that it's a CGI cartoon. One of the first few. I mean, there was a few others, but not so popular as
Mind
Beast
you,
Wars.
this is 1996. So this is like when Toy Story came out, that was millions of dollars of a budget. This did not have that.
No,
and
it did not.
Still managed to produce 22-minute excerpts for 52 episodes, which is saying a lot. And also the CGI animation got progressively better throughout the seasons.
Yes, it did.
And it was groundbreaking for what it was and rewarded thusfully.
Didn't they get a daytime Emmy?
A daytime Emmy for Clyde Klotz, the production designer. He got Outstanding Individual Achievement in 1997 for Beast Wars. Beast Wars was an award-winning show.
Yes. And he also, obviously, if you did watch Beast Wars, right after or before, if I remember correctly, was another CGI show called Reboot. Mm-hmm. And we'll get to that one. We'll get to that show another time. But that was also a
Comet, you reboot bitches.
Oh yeah,
Comet, sit down.
Get ready. But
put yourselves in sleep mode.
Not sleep mode.
I don't know how to do it. Yeah, it's a reboot.
No,
anyway,
okay.
Clyde Klotz, fun fact, Chad.
Yeah, fun fact.
He was married to Scully. Or the girl.
Wait, Scully from Dana Scully from X-Files?
Yeah.
Oh, Gillian Anderson. She's
Gillian
great.
Anderson. He was married to her until 1997.
I
That's a fun
am jealous
fact for your eardrums.
because I do find Gillian Anderson very attractive, and Gillian Anderson Gillian Anderson. I don't know how to say it correctly, but I do. If you like are single or anything, I would take you to a ball or a gala of some kind. No. They don't do those anymore?
You don't deserve love.
But
if you can't process what the emotion is internally, you can't convey it to others, Chad. You don't deserve it, and you'll never find it.
I give nice hugs, though.
I don't give a shit.
No. Well, all right. Well, but
I try to give you a fun fact, and you
okay.
try to
Well,
make a
you know what? Fine, I'll give you.
Jillian.
Fine, I'll bring another fun fact. There apparently. Obviously, the Beast Wars tune that you heard earlier in the episode, the intro, wasn't the original Beast Wars intro
shut your
song.
mouth.
No, I'm not kidding you right now. And this one, the original that was put up for the cartoon was going to be set up for the actual production until the last minute. This guy swoops in with the one they ended up using, which is just them screaming Beast Wars and a guitar ripping the whole time. But I actually listened to it earlier, but I'd like to play it for all of you, the original Beast Wars theme song.
The original?
Yes, the original Beast Wars song.
You don't mean...
I mean, yes.
Wait, the one by Denny and the Dinobots?
Yeah, Denny and the Dinobots. Here we go.
Up.
Listen.
Okay, Toonsters. Denny and the Dinobots, the original theme to Beast Wars.
Well, we crash-landed on an uncharted planet. Need a stable life form, so we had to scan it for wildlife, so we can roam this land freely. But we're not the only robots across the prairie. In the lava pit live our sworn adversaries. We must settle the score against these bugs and dinosaurs. So we'll get all the boys to buy our toys. They can transform Beast Wars. When I need to shed off my disguise, I just say my name and maximize, then take the battle to the Predacons. When there's understasis pod, we'll hunt it down so he can bring it home to join our team. We can't let it go to Megatron. We're robots in disguise, the same franchise in every store. Beast Wars. Ba-da-da-da-da-ba-ba-ba. Shibbity hibbity 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 ha ha ha. Shimona! Ah, ah!
Wow, Toonsters, that was amazing, wasn't it? I can't even all those lyrics. They explained everything in the show just there.
Didn't you find anything familiar about that?
No, I thought it was very original song composed by Denny.
So you're saying that Denny and the Dinobots came up with that in 1996?
Yes, that's
and it doesn't remind you of anything?
No, I mean...
Possibly a #1 hit from 2008?
2008.
Maybe by Jason Mraz?
Jason Mraz.
Well, yours. Doesn't sound anything like that to you.
I mean, Beast Wars, I'm yours. I don't hear it.
You don't? Not at all?
Not at all. I don't hear it at all.
I'm yours and I won't hesitate.
I mean, you're going a level octave higher on one part. I mean, I think maybe you're just hearing... It's kind of like that thing with Queen and Vanilla Ice. I think you're hearing it like...
Yeah, but that's also stolen. That was
no, technically it wasn't because
it was do 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 do.
Yeah,
and his was do 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 do.
Exactly.
Okay, so I apologize, Denny, and to the Dinobots. I must have been mistaken, but that was an excellent song.
Excellent.
That was You know what? When you put words to... See? And you guys yell at me when I try to put lyrics to these theme songs.
Hey, I mean, some people can do good lyrics, and that was great lyrics.
Thank you, Denny, and
Thanks,
your
Denny.
Dinobots.
Thank you.
So, Chad, you love this show.
Yes.
For once, I sort of am a passerby. I collected the toys.
Yeah, I had the toys as well, but go on.
I personally had Dinobot.
Okay.
I had Dinobot and the Manta Ray one. Do you know his name?
I believe it was Ravage, but I could be mistaken, because it could have been off his name, Manta Ray, but
his name, like first name Manta,
yeah,
last name Ray.
You know.
And he has a ray gun.
Although there were some that didn't have, like Inferno, he was an ant.
But a fire ant.
Well, yeah, a fire ant. So, I guess in sort of it kind of still.
Get it?
Yeah, I got it. And
Beast Wars. Get it?
Hey, robots in disguise.
It was a very well done show.
No,
it was an 8.2 on IMDb.
And IMDb doesn't give those ratings out sparingly. I'll tell you that.
Okay, for a 1996 CGI animated show, 8.2 is out of this world.
Yeah, I mean, even now it hasn't changed. I'm sure, like, they have a array of cartoons to rate, but this still hits a 8.2 against other
Beast
ones.
Beast Wars, it's just prime.
I mean, with the stories, there was even drama, there was comedy, there was, it hit all the marks. Like, and you plus top it off with action. Robot action.
There was a mature tone to some episodes. They had character development, which was rare for a 1996 animation. They had the dark storylines where sometimes the winners didn't even prevail.
No.
Example, The Agenda Part 3.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The Agenda.
Good episode.
Do you remember? Do you want to take it?
Well, it's pretty much, I believe Megatron, he was, sorry. The Agenda, in the second season, Megatron had an actual original plan that he didn't tell the rest of his crew, really.
Drop some knowledge on him, Chad. Get him.
The golden disc that he was using to get to Earth wasn't really for the Energon. That was just a plus. That was a plus for him. And he was really after the Ark, which was a ship that had the original Transformers Generation 1, like their...
You shut your mouth. Like Optimus Prime?
Optimus Prime and Megatron, they were descended upon... They're down there already. They're underneath the Earth where in their Ark.
Shut your goddamn mouth and tell me some more.
And Megatron, his real plan was to go back in time, which they find out in the second season that they are on Earth, and a prehistoric Earth, and that's where he knows that the Ark is there, and he goes after it. And pretty much he wants to kill the original Optimus Prime to wipe out all prehistory of the Transformers Generation 1. So all of that would have just disappeared pretty much.
But if you watch cartoons,
yeah,
if you watch any story, tales as old as time, the good guys win, Chad. So obviously Optimus Primal stops him right in the nick of time, right? And he unleashes the beast, the big gorilla, and
not so much.
Okay.
Pretty much he does succeed in destroying the original Optimus Prime.
The fuck you talking about?
But I believe they were able to retrieve the spark of the original Optimus Prime and re-enter it into Optimus Primal, and so that merges into one, and he transforms. Which into season 3, he's a much more giant, more mechanical ape.
Gorilla truck ape.
But the thing with his toy too, he could transform into a jet, into a vehicle on the ground, pretty much like a tank almost, and then a big giant gorilla. So
these toys sound fun. Where do I get these toys?
Any toy store that holds old cartoon stuff or online.
Thanks, Hasbro, sponsors of our episode today. Hasbro, the toys your friends weren't playing with right since 1984.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a true statement going back to those toys. I was introduced to the toy line first, and then I saw the cartoon. when you were growing up as a kid playing with toys,
Yeah.
your friends never fucking played with them right.
No,
you
I
would
mean,
just smash them, or they wouldn't walk with them right.
no, it's because like in my mind, it's gonna be like the show. It's gonna be like a movie. They're taking one step at a time, or they turn into their vehicle and they're gonna ride along. They're gonna ride along that road or off road.
Right, you're not just gonna be like, I don't like you, I don't like you, fight, smack, 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 smack.
Because
You
there's
don't
no
do
story.
that.
There's no story.
Where's
in
the
that.
progression,
Where's the
Chad?
progression? You gotta have an opposite. See, if you were there, me and you, I think we'd probably play correctly. I think it would be.
But we'd still probably
We'd
clash.
still clash. We'd be like, no, he doesn't do that. He does it like this, and there would be some conflict. But obviously, we would have some connection on a molecular level of playing correctly with each other.
I remember that I used to collect the WWF action figures, and I
Okay.
had the wrestling
Yeah.
ring. And I remember that if they won the tournament, the winner of the tournament would go on to face Dinobot.
Oh, that is very
And I'm
interesting.
telling you right now, Toonsters, Dinobot will fuck Shawn Michaels up.
See, and I did a similar type of thing. Like I had my Spider-Man toys, and I would Smythe. I mean, obviously, not many of you will know this, but he created Spider Slayers, and I used some of my Transformers as Spider Slayers to fight Spider-Man. Like Tarantulas, he was
Did
one
you
of
have Tarantulas against
yeah,
Spider-Man?
I did.
Wow.
I did, and he was some of them were not easy to put back into their beast form.
What do you mean by that, Chad?
Like I mean
A kid could do it.
no, the piece, like one piece wouldn't bend the right way. That
You flip the arm behind the back, tuck it into the leg socket, reverse the head, and then switch it counterclockwise. In a
But his arm would
342
his arm would still pop out, and it would just be like, oh, he doesn't look like a spider still because
Did you turn his head 3/4 to the left first?
I don't think I did.
3/4 to the left. Lift the light. The right arm has to go up first, but then the left leg has to go behind it separately. Then the corresponding pieces have to interject.
Well, now I gotta go.
It's simple.
Now I gotta buy it again.
It's fucking simple.
And
But now they're gonna be like $70.
yeah, it'll be worth it though.
Beast Wars.
Beast War. So you could play with them in the tub. You could play with them on the carpet. You could play with them in a car. You could play not while
You
you're
could play
driving.
with them in a car from afar in a bar.
Okay, we're not Dr. Seuss
Okay. Well.
because we don't have rights to rhyme.
Well, Chad, how about this? I'm about to maximize.
You're gonna maximize.
That's all right. I'm about to evolve into something greater than you and I combined.
Okay, what
I'm
is
about
that?
to be Danobot, and I'm about to drop some knowledge, because that's what Danobot does.
All right, Danobot.
Did
Let's
you
hear it.
know Bob Forward and Larry DiTilio, the writers for Beast Wars, they had no clue about the Transformers franchise before beginning this endeavor.
What?
They had no clue.
That's ridiculous.
That's right. But that's why when they had later tie-ins,
Yeah.
fans of the original Generation 1 weren't fans at first.
Oh.
They had to grow to enjoy the new Beast
See,
Wars story arc.
I can understand it because, like, I didn't really grow up on the original Transformers cartoon. I started with Beast Wars pretty much, and that's what pulled me in to the whole transforming series. And you know that Beast Wars obviously my favorite. But go on with the.
So I maximize, you terrorize.
Okay.
That must mean you and I see opposite sides of the fence here.
All right. Yes.
So who do you see yourself as? I see you, if I may.
Okay.
And I don't mean to be blunt.
All right.
But you're one of those fucking asshole Predacons.
Like Waspinator.
You're like, oh my god,
Waspinator.
what sort of god would allow would allow a 10-foot fucking wasp to roam around in prehistoric times?
Hey, man.
Because they scan the planet and they take the identity from a 10-foot fucking wasp.
I think it was probably just he was brought into the frame a little bit.
No, where is your god?
Because he's fighting a giant scorpion too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously those died off somehow, and some.
But proto-humans were alive at this
True.
time. Later
That is true.
in the season, you see that they are protecting proto-humans, like early cavemen.
Are the people that we've descended from.
Yes. Thanks, Chad.
Sorry, I like to be clear.
He's terrorizing,
Hey.
all right.
But no, I'd say I'd more of a I'd be pterosaur because he likes to betray or like betray a Megatron every now and then, and I like to go off on my own, but that would put me more as a Tarantulas, as I used in my nickname earlier in the episode. Tarantulas, he's very, he's a mad scientist for the Predacons, and he gets even more, I wouldn't say insane, because he knows what he's doing, but he's just like completely out of his gourd. Like in the third episode, the web, he captures Cheetor, and he has him on this kind of cybernetic web, draining his life force from him, and pretty much what he wants to do is drink it and ingest it, because he's taking into his animal traits. He wants to
the biology and the anatomy of Transformers as a species is fucking ridiculous.
It is. I don't even know how.
To people that haven't watched the show,
yes,
this is the most nerdiest fucking conversation.
It is.
Well, you see, he maximizes into the Autobot, and then the Predacons are the precursors for Energon, and they gotta collect those Scooby-Doo.
Obviously,
and their Axiom.
Obviously, it might not hit every point for girls, but there was romance. There was romance,
and there were also girl.
Yeah, there were girl bots. Air Razor. She had a love interest with Tigertron.
Tigertron.
I know that still kind of sounds nerdy, just saying the names Air Razor and Tigertron.
You can slowly see us questioning our existence.
Yes.
Here.
And then there was Black Arachnia, and so.
Chad, I want to play a game with you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. We didn't plan this out,
okay.
Toonsters. I'm going to play a game with Chad here. I'm going to give you an animal.
Okay.
And you have to give me their Transformer name.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, let's do it.
A bear.
Baratron.
Nice. No, very good. Very good. Anteater.
Anteatex.
The funny thing is they're not that far off. A bat.
Batteron.
Okay, I see where we're...
Yeah, I think it's a Ron. It ends with a Ron.
Yeah.
Or an X or a Ox.
But what about, like, their traits? Like, if you're doing an ant, wouldn't you be like Slurpaderpix?
Or just Trunk Nose.
Like if it was an elephant?
Yeah.
Tusk Trunk.
Tuskit.
Ooh, Tusk Trunk.
Tusk Trunk. Tuskatron.
Ooh. Ivysaur.
Tuskor.
Ooh. A mammoth would be Mammadon.
Mastodon.
No, Mastodon's a real fucking thing. That's what it is.
Oh.
Sorry. Remember the Black Power Ranger, Zach?
Yeah,
I mean like the Black Ranger, not...
No, I think we know what you meant. We know what you meant.
God.
Okay. Mastodon, yeah, he was
the Mastodon.
Well, that's why I thought Mastodon, because he was a robot Mastodon.
Do you think... Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm about to maximize. All right. I'm about to maximize over here.
All right. This is not John Travolta.
John Travolta.
Okay.
The Zords from
the
Power Rangers
all right.
versus the Predacons.
Predacons.
Why?
They'd fight dirty, and they just like
But can they join? Yeah, they can join up.
No, not well, not in the. I mean, in the series, the only join up that's ever been done was with Optimus Prime and the Manta Ray character. But there have been Fusors where during the second season when the Transmetal surge that took over. Sorry, I'm getting nerdy again.
Oh
okay,
my
folks.
God. You fucking goober.
But but they fused together. So like Tigertron and Air Razor, I believe, became one. So that was kind of weird.
So what you're saying? How about this? I'm gonna
up trans. Get it? So it's like a trans robot.
Okay.
I don't know if that's
Don't wink.
PC.
Stop winking.
I'm not. I have a tick in my eye.
That's just creepy then.
Well, I did have an eye patch, but you told me not to wear it.
Yeah, don't wear an eye patch here. It's that fucking simple.
Well, it's either that or the winking. So.
Oh, yeah, great. Thanks, Toonsters. Anyway, I'm up the ante Here we go.
Wait, what was that?
I'm up the ante.
Are you trying to do Rat Trap? Because that's not Rat Trap.
I'm up the ante.
No, it's more like hey, it's me, Rat Trap.
Sorry, that was John Travolta doing Rat Trap.
No, John was like, hey, yo,
Hey, yo, over here, I'm doing Rat Trap.
That's terrible. That's awful.
I'm not known for my impersonations. However, Ante upped the Megazord and the Dragon Zord, the Green Power Rangers Zords, combined
All right.
to be the Ultra Megazord
Okay.
versus Predacons.
Versus the Predacons. Now, what's one of the Ultra Megazord's weapons?
Ultra Mega's as the sword. It's like an extended of the Sabretooth sword and the sword that went with the Megazord originally.
Okay.
So it's sort of,
I mean, like, because obviously the Predacons, they can't grow that tall. So
yeah.
How is the Megazord gonna be able to?
He's just gonna fucking step on it.
Step on them. All right. Well, I mean, but some of them could like fly away and roll off.
That's when they separate, and the Pink Ranger's pterodactyl chases after him and guns him down.
All right. Well, I mean, there's some
You
feasible.
ain't fucking safe, Predacons. The Power Rangers are coming for intergalactic teen angst.
I guess, in a sense, they could beat a Transformer, but I can't be that guy who says yes.
You can't be that guy?
No, I got to be the guy who says no. I'm sorry.
Do you remember the McDonald's toys for Beast Wars?
No, because I wasn't poor and I could buy the actual toys.
All right. So I was gonna say, fuck you.
Whoa!
And hey, first of all,
bleep.
The fact that we put an E for explicit on our thing makes us lose at least 20,000 viewers.
That's true.
Granted.
But we only say fuck a once episode.
Right, so we might as well get our money's worth is what I'm saying.
True. That is true.
So the McDonald's toys didn't transform.
No, they were already...
The cheetah one, you could roll back and it would roll. The manta one, just like the tail would move up and down. It's not a toy line you want to take responsibility for if you're not going to go all the way.
Like, how would you know they're actual
robots
Transformers?
in disguise?
I mean, they're animals, so are you...
They're basically just weird, large-looking animals.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that wasn't a good choice on McDonald's part. You know, they are not sponsoring us, so I'm allowed to say that.
Hey, McDonald's, suck it. Hey, that's just prime.
Yes. That's Megatron. That's Megatron. Yes. You know, he says yes and no after a lot of things he says.
Oh.
He goes, he has to correct his own idea.
Give us Optimus Primal.
Optimus Primal? Well, that's just Prime.
That was your regular voice.
That's
just Prime.
Well, that's I can't.
This is the worst fucking podcast. Nobody should listen to this.
Dinobot. You know, there you go. That's Dinobot.
Now give us Jimmy Stewart doing a Dinobot.
Jimmy's maximize dinosaur bot or whatever I am.
Do our slogan from our sponsors Hasbro by Jimmy Stewart.
Okay. Transformers toy line. The toys your friends weren't playing with right since 1984.
That sounded like Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed? No.
No,
he sounds more like that, Mr. Ed. Sounds more like that.
So what were some of your favorite weapons used?
Well, I mean, I really did like the... Tarantula's, his actual legs, they were machine guns for some reason. And what bothered me was they reloaded their gun, or cocked it. Like, they had to reload something, but it was...
That's basically
part
like
of them
holding their limb.
Yeah.
And having...
It's like their liver popped out.
Yeah.
And then they're holding it to shoot somebody in the face with.
Mind you, what were their bullets?
Some of them were energy blasts.
No, but I mean, like, they had bullets. Was that their waist? Like, what...
I mean, I guess you could
or
call
are they
it
losing
waste.
limbs? How do they have refill? Is that, like, it must be their waist, because it's obviously some sort of intake that they don't need back.
Maybe it's like their what what do you call it? They're all spark. They each have sparks in their body, and maybe it's like
their
a
spirit,
sunlight.
right?
Well, yeah, their spirit, but maybe it reacts like a plant, and like the chloroplast, when sun hits it, it produces some, photosynthesis, and then they could just shoot out whatever in the form of rocket arrows or laser beams or energy balls.
Chad,
What?
what fucking cereal would you eat with Beast Wars?
Oh, man.
Didn't even think about that.
That is the actual good thing you remembered. I almost forgot.
I forgot.
Well, my cereal that I would choose for Beast Wars would be
This episode's just gonna be called Chad Put on the Spot.
Hey-oh! My cereal would be...
You're sweating.
I'm not sweating. This is just percolating.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'll spare you the time.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Fruity Pebbles in theme for the prehistoric show.
Oh, you bastard.
Oh, isn't that good?
That is a good one.
Oh, you're sweating now. I got the
damn
good
it.
one.
All right, well...
Yeah, I
well-
make your bed rock.
Well, I would
Oh, I
go...
just felt
Oh,
dirty.
wait. Grape Ape. What's the cereal?
Grape Ape?
Was that a
It was
cereal?
Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, shit.
Grape Ape.
Shit. Because you took the only prehistoric...
Grape Ape. He was on the Laugh Olympics.
You know, that was... Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And he looked like Magilla Gorilla.
Okay, you already put me in my place. You're
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So,
I'm-
do your cereal so
okay.
we can end this fucking thing.
Hey, to talk bad about Beast Wars, ever, I'd have to say Captain Crunch, because he's a captain of his
my
ship,
God.
and
Yeah, tie this one together.
wait for it. Optimus Primal and Megatron are both captains of their ship, and while they're captainizing, I like to captainize with a bowl, a nice crunchy Captain Crunch, and that is my cereal choice.
You could even say, loose terms I'm going with.
Okay.
Cocoa Puffs, because they transform your milk into chocolate milk.
No, I don't see it.
It was a stretch.
That was a bit of a stretch. I mean, more so than my Captain Crunch.
So, Chad, I
Yeah.
finally let you pick an episode.
Okay.
Now, I've only had gems. I've knocked us out of the park
Okay.
multiple times. I've never had a miss.
Okay.
People are going to see this episode.
Yeah.
It's new.
Yeah.
We are breaking ground here with CGI animation.
Mm-hmm.
It's different because it's a very action-packed show.
Okay.
It's one of our first franchise shows that
You're
we're
not
doing.
wrong.
Defend Beast Wars for those that have not seen this that are listening to Raised by Toons.
All right. Well, let's say you're sitting at home in the morning or in the middle of the day.
Which, if you listen to us, you were probably alone a lot.
Yeah. Let's just say, I'm kind of tired of these regular 2D animated cartoons. Where can I find something new, something CGI 3D? Wait a minute, but I don't want just regular people in the cartoon or anything like that. I want some dinosaurs or some animals of some kind to talk.
I want dinosaurs. I want robots.
Yeah.
I want prehistoric creatures and the such.
And I want, action, drama, comedy. Let's talk about transforming. Like, why one form? Why do they
Can
gotta
we
stay
talk
one
about
form?
it? Can we talk
let's
about it?
And
So let's say you wanted something so specific.
and then you just were like, wait a minute, I think there is something I can watch
My goodness.
that meets all of those things. Beast Wars, Transformers.
Chad, you did an excellent job for the person who's sitting at home, specifically wanting that three-dimensional CGI animated dinosaur hybrid transformer, action-packed romance dramedy filled with comedic interludes. This, if you are listening at home, this is for you. You are the 1%, and you did it. This episode's for you, buddy. Chad?
And also, I forgot to add,
Ooh.
if you want a toy line to follow, like after you watch an episode, you want to act out the episode with toys.
You could act them out, Chad.
Yeah, you can act them out. You can get each and every one single character?
Because we know you don't have friends to act it out with.
Of course not. You gotta stage him up. You gotta transform him yourself. Make the sounds with your mouth. And maximize and terrorize.
Maximize, terrorize, Beast Wars.
Oh, yes. Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, yes.
Oh my god. So, I think we should rate this thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, I'm gonna let you go first because
Obviously,
this is your baby.
Yeah.
But I do want to point out something.
Yeah, what would you want to...
This show does cover the board. I wanted to,
Okay.
before you just
All
gave
right.
5 because I like it and I bought the DVDs already. I'm Chad and I'm a cat.
Oh, there's my
bear.
review, folks. He just
Yeah.
took it. He's...
So I'm Chad and I want everyone to know that this goes in depth. There is a lot of range here, specifically Code of the Hero.
Okay.
When Dinobot sacrifices his life to prove that his warrior self-worth, because he betrays so many
He does.
that he doesn't know who he is anymore. Predacon, Maximal.
There you go.
A Maximal.
You got it.
He doesn't know who he is. Sacrifices the Ultimate Warrior's death, not like the Ultimate Warrior, the wrestler. Chad, with your history,
Wait,
tell them.
history
Of, like-
my history?
Yeah, being alone and sacrificing yourself.
Where does that come from?
I'm just saying, if you wanted to,
Oh, I see.
it would be the hero's way, Chad.
I mean, of course, I would love to die the hero's way for
okay,
some
just
for
putting
some
that out
cause,
there for you.
like a samurai, you know.
Or if you just had a bad episode of a podcast.
That too, but you know, I never do. I always give my A game.
And then we brought on Beast Wars.
He's gonna take stabs, folks, but don't you fret.
I'm taking jabs.
You're gonna love this cartoon, okay?
Rate it, Cat
And-
Bear.
What I'd like to give this cartoon is 5 out of 5
Fucking shit.
sparks.
Ooh. He did it.
Whoa!
He fucking said it. I knew he was going with it. Your internal life force, yo.
And the reason being, obviously, the many reasons that Dan went over, but also that it still holds up. It's like the storylines, they're still so detailed and so in depth with the characters, and you just want to follow the whole story. I mean, I might go home and watch all 3 seasons because I got nothing better to do.
He's alone.
I am alone, so I mean, if anybody wants to come over and watch them with me, I'll make some popcorn or whatever you want to eat. I mean, I have limited cooking abilities.
He'll do anything.
A grilled cheese sandwich,
Just
and some
the,
tomato soup.
Just the idea of somebody being around his presence just warms him to death.
Does. And
to bits.
And you know, if you watch any cartoon, just watch Beast Wars.
I think if our show is to do anything, I hope it's not just people see a recognizable cartoon from their youth and go like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
That's not how Raised by Toon got 4,000 fans.
That's 4,000.
That's
folks.
right, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, we hope that we enlighten. We hope that we gave you a little something you didn't have before. Because it's easy to go back and watch these cartoons, but it's even better to find something new, to discover. And that's sort of what happened to me today. I was reintroduced to the world of Beast Wars, and
He even cried a little when Dinobot died.
when he fucking gave it all, man. Who was he?
He even made a little joke with Rat Chap at the end. That was...
A little jab. I'm gonna give it 3.
Oof.
3
Oof.
sparks.
Now, why 3?
Like I said, the animation was 1996 CGI. So sometimes it takes you out of it because comparatively, and I'm not one of those guys. Like, if you watch the original Toy Story, it also looks like batshit nonsense.
Oh, yeah, all right.
So
okay.
I'm saying that sort of takes you out in a way that when they're walking, they look ridiculous. When they're talking, they look ridiculous.
Well, that's the thing. You gotta seep inside the dialogue. You got to take into...
The storylines are great, Chad. I'm not going to argue with that. But you also have to take into consideration...
characters.
We're talking about
Come on,
rewatchability.
Trip. He's rewatchable any time of the week.
No, I guarantee that it will get old in 3 episodes. It's going to get old.
It gets better every episode. I guarantee it.
3 Allsparks, baby.
3 Allsparks.
I think that's gonna...
I guess that'll wrap that up.
That'll wrap it up for us. So thank you, Toonsters, for listening in. Once again, we got all the goods for you here on Raised by Toons. I'm Dan Dinobot Mason.
I'm Chad Tarantulas Cook.
And if you weren't raised by Toons...
You weren't raised right.
Thanks for listening to the Raised by Toons podcast. Be sure to visit their website at www.raisedbytoonspodcast.com. If you haven't already, subscribe to their podcast on iTunes, and don't forget to follow them on Twitter and Facebook. Tune in next week to listen to 2 grown men who peaked in middle school try to relive their glory days on Raised by Toons.